Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 6. I hope everyone is doing great today. I know that I am. We are jumping right back into our game save. Nothing new to really catch you up on between episodes. The only thing I did do is a little bit of exploration. So I'll show you that in just a minute. The other thing you may notice is that we're trying a little bit of music in the background here. So it's kind of a scary place to get into, honestly, including any kind of music into videos here on YouTube. Because of everything that goes on with copyrights and, the most recent thing over on Twitch, a lot of, what is it, MDMAs, I think is the acronym for it, for copyright music, and seeing a lot of really cool things disappearing because of a crackdown on copyright. Now, I'm not against it. I'm not against, what it stands for in terms of copywriting your materials. I'm all for artists, making money off of their work and not being abused by the system. So obviously, I am always rooting for that and, fair equality in the arts environment in general. So I can't complain there. It's just a little bit crazy how hard, different companies have been cracking down on it. But anyway, this music that I am using in the background came straight from YouTube Creation itself. If you go into the YouTube Creator tab, there's a whole bunch of music that you can utilize in your videos for free. There is a disclaimer with it though that YouTube might link to that artist's like song playlist if utilized. So just something to keep in mind, but I'm going to try it out. We'll see how it goes for this one episode and then go from there, because the way that I actually do my videos, since we're already getting into this now, is I do it all in one take. I do not edit it after the fact. I do not cut. I don't snip or anything like that unless something gets messed up completely, then I will. But I pretty much sit down and I record all in one take. I'll pause the recording when I need to. Other than that, it's one take. So I don't really want to change that pattern right now. I'd much rather keep on that same path of doing it. And with that, it means that I am playing music. Where's my food here? I'm actually playing music. This stupid guy is going to drink potions all night long. I'm playing music as I am playing. So I'm not adding this in post or anything like that. I am trying to have it overlay on top of what I am playing. So it's just a couple songs that will repeat. So a couple of them that I picked out. So you guys will have to let me know what you think of it. But ultimately, I'm wasting way too much time explaining this because it's not that big of a deal. But I thought it was a decent suggestion, especially for those periods where there isn't a lot of talking and I'm concentrating. At least you'll have something in the background. So anywho, so the few things I did do, exploration. So if you guys remember at the end of the last episode, we were starting to get into ElementalCraft. A very, very cool mod, to get into early game in this pack, because there's a lot of utilizations you can have with it, including furnaces, ore duplication, so on and so forth. Excuse me here, but the one thing you do need from it are, if we go back here, we need elemental sources. And we read about this in the last episode, but just as a quick recap, they're naturally occurring spots where elements converge. So you have, what is it, fire, air, wind, and earth. So if you ever watched Avatar, Last Airbender, pretty much all of those bad boys. But you find them out in the world, and I went around and I just tried to find some. So basically, I went around, I marked a few spots here. So we got a fire one right there. And then we have a few more. I think there was one over here. We have an earth one possibly way over there. And a few more scattered out. Wind there. And then I thought there was a water one over here as well. And actually, you know what I can do? I could try to look at our waypoints here. I think, how do we do this? Claimed chunks? No. There's got to be a way to look at settings. I literally just want to look at my waypoints. Allies? No, we don't have any allies. What are you talking about? I have no idea. I don't know if there's an easy way to do it. Yeah, water, wind, because they're kind of hard to see. They blend in with the map so much, but you can see the beacons on the when we're out and about. Like, you can actually see them when we're moving around, which is nice. So a lot of stuff is out in that direction, some stuff in that direction. But other than that, we did go out and I did find a swamp village over here, which was really cool, and a sick biome here. This is like a pumpkin, a big pumpkin biome. It's so weird. I've never seen one before like it, and it's really, really cool. And then this, as you can tell by the layout of the roads there, is a swamp village, which is really cool. The other thing I did find was some more waystone stuff. So I don't recall if I did this at the end of the last episode or not, but basically I now have a waystone here at my swamp. I have one at our forest village, so I can easily get back and forth there. And then I have another one in my bag here that I'm gonna go put at the other village as well. So that being said, we are going to get into some more ElementalCraft stuff. So the next step is to get a contained element. I believe that is what it's called. Oh, that's just the particles from there. It looked like a blue orb was floating there, and I was very, very confused at first what was going on. So what we're going to need is some gold nuggets. So we're going to need 4 of these bad boys. And then we're going to come up here, get an inert crystal. And then basically all we got to do is take this inert crystal, a couple of these bad boys, and we're going to get a contained crystal, which is awesome. It's going to unlock more stuff within our book, which is awesome. It's going to unlock our elemental pipes and a lot of stuff that'll help us progress with basically utilizing the energy from these naturally occurring element spots that we've been finding. So now that we have the contained crystal, and here's the quick recap. If you do want to pause the video, feel free to read through this if you want. But now we have unlocked elemental pipes, or element pipes, I should say, spell desk, and focus. I'm going to specifically start with the pipes, because the pipes are going to be what we need to get into gathering a lot of this material. So pipes are used to transport elements across a distance. Their main use is to provide instruments with the required elements. Instruments being different stations, like there is a furnace, there is ore duplication, so on and so forth. So you can configure a pipe by right-clicking a section or the core to change it from connected, disconnected, insert, or extract. Pretty straightforward. Very similar to a lot of different functionalities of pipes that we've seen in Minecraft mod packs before. So they exist in 3 tiers: impaired, normal, and improved. I don't think it really goes into depth on what the variations of this are, really. But obviously we can't do some of these ones. Like you have a swift alloy, a drenched alloy, and an iron ingot. So we're going to have to start with the basic one. And then I'm assuming as we go, we'll work our way up the tiers and we'll make better and better pipes. This dude's just going to chill outside all day. I also don't recall if I did mining on camera or off camera. But I might have gotten a few additional resources to just kind of keep us moving along here. I'm going to get some gold out as well. I don't think I have actually any more gold hanging out. We actually do have some of these as well, because you can actually find the elements, those elemental orbs out in the world. And sometimes they'll have chests next to them. It'll be like a little altar, and it'll have a chest with some items in it. And you'll also can find these scrolls. Like we found some... a couple scroll of fireball here, which is actually pretty cool. And then we have these alloys we picked up. A bunch of inert crystals. We have a pure crystal. We have some raw fire shards and fire crystals. So, a bunch of different stuff here. So, with that being said, we're going to grab that, put that together like so, and we will get our impaired element pipe. That's not going to give us a progression. I don't think so. There's also the spell desk. This is getting into spells, but I'm not necessarily to that point yet. I want to kind of hold off on that. And then there's also focus, which is alongside spells as well. I will get into it, but I don't want to focus on that just yet. Elemental sources here. I think we need to go back. And as you can see, we have some items with exclamation points here. So we have empty source receptacle, pure rock, elementalist grimoire, I believe is how it's pronounced. And then if we go into instruments, we have a small element container and then the fire blast furnace. So really, this is kind of what I want to work towards. It's the blast furnace variant of the fire furnace. As for any other instruments, the fire blast furnace needs to be on top of a container, but not a small container. It consumes fire. So we do need to get a fire. We do need burnt glass. I don't know how we get, we'll have to double check on that one. But this is kind of, ooh, click again to clear. Oh, wow, okay, that's kind of cool. You can actually kind of set it up and get an idea of how it works. So, don't think we need that. But anywho, so, and it said, not a small container. We need a normal container, and we haven't gotten there yet. You know why? Because we have to start with the small one. So for a small one, we are just going to need some glass, it seems like. So a small element container is a simple element storage. It can elements provide to instruments. It can hold elements that can then be provided to the instruments. Again, I mentioned this in the last episode. The English in this textbook for this mod is a little bit off in some parts. So benefit of the doubt, I'm gonna try to do my best here. So you'll have to give me a little leeway if I fumble over a few things as we're going through it. So blah blah blah. Can only work with extractors and infusers. You also need to transfer elements from the container to another using pipes. So basically we're going to take pipes. We do need an extractor and an infuser and everything like that, but this is where our starting point is. So all that being said, all my rambling going on, we are going to make ourselves a small container here, just like so, and that should unlock some more stuff, like the extractor, infuser, and evaporator. Three very, very useful ways of manipulating the elements that we need. So let me think here. The extractor is probably going to be the one that makes the most sense to start with first. So you use the extractor to actually extract elements. Pretty straightforward from its naming convention. So to do so, place the extractor above a container and below the source you want to extract. So basically, you put a container with an extractor above it with your element on the very top. So pretty easy to do that. All we're going to need is some more contained crystals. We're going to need some more iron. So we got to get some of these made up here. So why don't we just make up a whole bunch of them? Because we already know that we're going to need quite a few. That's not how we make those. And unfortunately, we're kind of running out of gold already. We kind of need some more gold. And we don't really have much gold in here. So we might have to do a little bit of mining. It's funny, it's actually kind of nice. I said it was annoying that this guy is going to drink his potions every single night. At least I think I said that. It's hard to remember. It's hard to keep things straight on what exactly I say. I also do a lot of testing on videos. So I actually was testing things before I started off this episode. And I know I said it at one point. And it's very annoying that he drinks his potions at night, but it kind of lets me know that, hey, it's nighttime. You probably should go to bed in-game. So we're going to get some pipes because we know we need them. I'll hold on to that for a second here. We need to see this. So we're actually going to need 2 of those to get that. So I'm going to have to get some more gold, which means I'm going to have to do some digging, which I don't know. I don't think I've run into gold in this area, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to come over here and see. But what I'm going to do is get some gold together. I'll get some of our resources and materials made up here just to make things go a little bit quicker. And then from there, we will get into actually collecting some of our elements that we need. So guys, with that being said, we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I have obviously been spending some time collecting resources, and I've made my way all the way down to Y level, what, probably 10-ish? We're getting pretty low into the single digits, I should say, on our Y level, which, as you guys know, means that we have a chance to find diamonds. That is right. We have found our diamonds, which is awesome. But not only that, we have found uranite ore from the power mod. We have found nickel, redstone, uranium, silver, iron, more silver, gold, the fluorite, lapis, and more nickel. This was a really good find down here. There's a bunch of gravel through here, and all I did is clear out the gravel, and this is everything that I found. There's also a inert crystal right there, just chilling. So we are actually going to come down here first. We're going to grab some of this stuff, get all of this mined up. We definitely need that. Definitely want that. Definitely want the lapis. The lapis de resistance. It's so bad. It's so bad. Okay. I'm gonna just put some of the stuff in here that we already maybe have maxed out, or we're probably not gonna pick up, like the glass. Obviously, we're not gonna be picking up glass. So that should do good. We can get this redstone, get this fluorite. Reminds me of fluoride, you know, for your teeth. Oh, fluoride's only for your teeth. I think you can use it for other things if I'm not mistaken, right? Like, is it good just for your bones in general? Or is it just teeth? I think it's just teeth. Any of you who are smarter than me out there in the comments, let me know. I'm curious. I think it's just teeth. But, I mean, technically a teeth is like a tooth. Teeth are bones, so why wouldn't it be able to help you with other bones as well? Very much like how calcium is. I don't know. But I know there's a lot of controversy around it, just fluoride on its own. People think it's not good for you, so on and so forth. I'm not getting in that debate. So, all right, let's grab this. We'll probably have to make another pickaxe here in just a minute. And then finally, let's get our diamonds and let's get out of here. Oh, there's actually some nickel chilling back there. Let's grab that too. Just like so. Perfect. And we're good to go. So, we got everything. We're going to pitch that. Yeah, good amount of redstone. We got a bunch of gravel. I actually don't need that much gravel. But yeah, we got a good amount of stuff. So we're going to head back to the base with this. Ooh, there's some more silver here. Don't want to miss that because it's just chilling here. There's more crystals and stuff there. I guess what we'll realistically do is get that. What does that make? What is that? An iron plate from Macaw's Bridges. I'll have to look into that. I didn't even know that was in this pack. Yeah, we'll grab this and we'll grab these. We're just going to grab as much stuff as we can. Ooh, and there's some more of this stuff here. I love the color on these those crystals that you can get there. I think they're really awesome. And then we'll have to look through here more. There's lava directly underneath this, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, we could easily just, you know, take out a huge section here if we wanted to look for more. We got this boy here. Some crystals and so on and so forth. Nothing too crazy, really. Nothing that really warrants, you know, anything additional. So I think we're just going to head back to the base. I'm going to get some stuff smelted up, like I said, and get some components put together. Alright, guys. So I have gone ahead. I've crafted up some stuff. And now I'm heading out to head to one of our locations where we have marked as a spot where we can find an element. So I believe it's off in this direction. We have an earth one, which is ideally what we would like to have. Now, unfortunately, I didn't really plan for this when I was scoping out my base, but really, it would be extremely smart if you're setting up shop to be close to some of these. The closer you are, the better it is, because from my understanding, if you find an actual source, like how we are going to do, they can be unlimited in the power that they provide to you, which is ultimately what you want. I mean, unlimited power. Who does not want unlimited power? So, and look, here's a fire one right here, actually, but that's not the one we need. Actually, we need earth. We're gonna head out in this direction because I think this is the Earth one I have marked over here. I probably should make sure. Yeah, Earth question mark. Wasn't 100% sure on the color of it, if it was the right one or not. So we'll have to see when we get over here. I thought it was green when I marked it, so we'll have to double check when we do come over here. There's also a lot of cool environments over this way. Holy smokes, look at this. Look at this ravine. Oh my gosh. Look at that lava down there. Holy smokes. Okay, well, let's keep that in mind. I'm definitely not going to want to fall down there. Yeah, let's see. Right here. I think this is an earth one. It's not like blue enough to be water. So let's see. I have no blocks on me. This is extremely useful. I'm very professional at what I do. Not really. Okay, let me get some blocks here. This is actually... Yikes, okay. This is not really the blocks I want. I want like normal stone, but this is limestone. Can I find normal stone in here? Or is this all gonna be limestone? Yeah, rocky stone. This is not what I need. What the heck? I'm being gypped here. Is it all limestone in this biome? In this cold swamplands? Is it all... I gotta be cautious of where that... where that ravine is, because I don't want to fall into it. Yes. There's this meadows biome over here. We could check over here really quick and see what we got. But I basically... And there's another one right here, actually. Look at that. So that's what we need right there. And we should have everything we need other than some just normal stone. And because I don't know if it's interchangeable or not, but this is a meadow here, and it's really cool because the dirt is actually different here. And I've got some back at the base, but it's actually meadow dirt. So it's a little bit darker tone than what you'll normally find. And as you can see right here, this is where I went ahead and started stripping out some of it because I wanted it. All right, I guess we're gonna have to just kind of dig down and hope. Yeah, okay, cool. Normal stone, that's what we need. Because obviously I come prepared to everything. All right, and we're just gonna grab a good amount of it. That should be fine. That's actually a nice little hidey hole here if we needed to come down here. I'll put some lights in here. Why the heck not? We need to come hide out the night. That's a good place for us to go. Okay, now I gotta see. There's one right here, so let's just utilize this one. Why go all the way over there? So, we've gotten crafted up a good amount of our stuff here. Basically, we'll want our small jar, and I think we gotta place it one more down. Grab that piece of dirt there. Place our small jar, just like so. As you can see, we have a little text animation, not text, a little, what am I trying to say? A little icon that popped up there, a little circle that popped up. I know what I'm doing. And then we take an elemental extractor. Oh, not on the side. Oh, and I broke my sword. Or not my sword, I have two pieces of... You're kidding me. You're kidding me right meow. This is the rough life I live. This is what happens when you're not prepared. I literally get everything together. I'm ready to go. And then this is what happens. I can use limestone though. Okay, cool. Okay, you guys can, if you want to leave, you can just leave now. So, but that should work. As you can see, it's starting to collect into there, which is awesome. Now, I don't think we have to have another container to do this. We're going to try this out. It is starting to get dark, so I'm going to have to sleep through the night here. I did craft up a sleeping bag, though, so we can utilize that as well. So very easy to make this. All you need is some white wool slabs and some string. It's just 3 white wool like so. And all I'm going to do, clear out a nice spot here. And we're going to sleep through the night. Is there another plague doctor chilling out here? Yeah, there is. Is this dude just following me around? He's probably just following us around, honestly. Yeah, he's just chilling here now. Okay, I don't know why. All right, does this work like so? It does not seem to be the case. It looks like we do need to have some glass in order to do this. To make another small container, because I think that's how it works. You have to have 2 containers. So, I'm gonna have to get some stuff smelted up. All right, because I don't think I have enough to make another small container, do I? I have 4. I don't have enough pipes. I have enough of that. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. All right, guys, so we actually got our setup going here, as you can see. And as you can see, our plague doctor is still hanging out with us. So I had to just get some glass made up here. I had everything else on us, which was very, very convenient. And then I leveled out some of the land here. As you can see, some of the grass is regrowing in here. But basically, what we have going now is our earth elemental here connected into our extractor. So it's extracting the essence from this earth element into the small element container. That is then being piped all the way over to this other small elemental container, because this is kind of where the weird, funky aspect of this comes into play. And then on top of this one is the element infuser. Now, I did craft this off camera, I guess I could say. But pretty straightforward crafting recipe as well. Some iron, contained crystal, and an iron nugget. It's there very, very easily. Now, the only thing to keep in mind when you're doing this is how to connect them. Now, we talked on pipes earlier on how to connect them, but it is a little bit tricky and it was a little bit finicky for me to figure out, so I'll run through it real quick here with you guys. So as you can see, there's a little green notch right there. That means it's extracting out of this and inserting into that one. Now, if you hover over that specific, well, if you hover over this middle core piece here, and you right-click, it'll change it for you. So it's disconnected, inserting, nice, it tells you, extracting, and then obviously it loops back around into that order. So we're pulling in, extracting, inserting, and then it's good to go over here. Now the ultimate goal of getting this one up and running was to get the white rock that we need. Now if we take a look at the book, come back in here, we go to white rock. White rock is earth-infused stone. It's used in the crafting of advanced instruments and shrines. To get it, simply put stone in, and doesn't really help us out there. But basically, all you gotta do is take the stone, put it in the infuser with the earth element, and you'll get the white rock. Now the white rock will help us progress even farther, because what we want to get is the fire blast furnace. We eventually want to get that up and going, and for that we need white rock. The other thing we're going to need is burnt glass, swift alloys, fire crystals, and a blast furnace in the middle. The other thing that we could get going, not the evaporator, but if you're curious on that, you can find out more there, is infusion. So to infuse an item, this is pretty much what we're talking on right now. This is the infusion. I think that's pretty much all we got for now. There's spells. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think once we get this, it'll unlock some more stuff for us. So I did have to smelt up stone because you can't use cobblestone. It has to be a normal stone, and you can put in only one at a time, unfortunately. So there we go. We got one white rock, and we do this one at a time. Now, I was talking on before, as you can go out in the world and you can find these pure elements like we did here, but they'll actually have a shrine around them or a build up of this white rock actually. So you could actually find those and just grab the rock off of that rather than going through this process. But this is another way to do it if you do need more of it. And it's honestly, it's not that hard to do. It's actually pretty straightforward to get this set up just like so. I'll do one more piece here. But we did unlock some new chapters. So if we come into our book, we can go to instruments, and now we can craft the element container. So this is actually the big brother to this small one that we have been using, and this is what we ultimately want to have. So you need white rock, the element pipe, some burnt glass, some drenched iron ingots, and a contained crystal. Again, an advanced element storage. It can store more elements than the smaller container. So it's a lot more. It's actually drastically, it's a lot more than what we are currently storing. But we do need elemental pipes in order to do it, which are these ones. So we are going to need more drenched iron ingots, which means we are going to have to go and find How many of these do we have? 10? I think 10 would be reasonable to get us started. We could always make more if we need to. We're gonna have to go and find a water element in order to do that. So we are sitting at 30 minutes here. I think what I'll do is I'll cut away. I'll go find the water element, get us set up there, and then get some of that stuff together and try to get this crafted up to wrap out the end of the episode for this, getting that container up and going. So guys, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you what one of these little altar areas would look like if you come upon one of these elements. This is what I've been talking on, where you have the white rock kind of built up around it, which is pretty cool. But obviously, to actually capture what is inside of this fire element, we have to take that out. There's a chest here. I've already looted it. That's why there's nothing in here. So what I am going to do is place down some small containers here. Now, I don't know if this one's going to work because it still says there's earth element inside of it, and I don't know if the fire will overcome that or not. So we'll find out. It does look like it does that. Okay, cool. So you don't have to worry about that. You just lose whatever you had in there, which is perfectly fine. I am perfectly fine with doing that. Now, I think all we got to do is do this, this, and this. We'll get this placed down just like so. We do need to flip this to be extracting over to there. And then the last piece we need for this is to put some glass on there. And once we do that, we will get our burnt glass, which is perfect. Now, realistically, it would make more sense if we had a couple of these on us. But unfortunately, I don't have enough glass on me in order to do this. I don't have enough sand to make up more glass. I guess I could grab some real quick from down here. Let's see. Can we grab some of this stuff? We can. I need that though. Thank you very much. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to attempt to fix that. I was going to say I'm going to attempt to fix that, but I'm not going to attempt to fix that. I'm going to get some more of this from our fire item here, which means that I do need to set up a furnace. So yeah, I'm going to spend some time with this, and then we're going to hop over and find a water element. All right, guys. So I ended up getting over to a water element here. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of a far ways away from our base, as you can see. There's the fire one. There's the water one right here. There's also a wind one that we found over here. So we actually found a good amount of them, like right in here in this location. I actually did find an earth one relatively close to our base here, but that was about it, unfortunately. So we get the same exact setup here as we've been using, and all you do this time around is place some iron onto it. And from that, we get these drenched iron ingots. Now we can take our crafting table here, and we should be just about ready to get everything together. So we need another contained crystal, like so. And then the final thing we're gonna need is some of this. One more contained crystal here, just like so. And then finally, we're gonna get an element container, which is awesome. It's gonna unlock new stuff for us to do. And I do wanna show you guys how this then works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab this. Make sure we don't lose anything. And I'm gonna grab that. Now you guys probably saw how quick it was to fill up these element containers. Very, very quick to fill up the small ones. Now watch with this one. I'll place it down. And as you can see, it takes quite a bit longer to actually get filled up with an element. It's barely a couple pixels at the bottom of that filling up right now, which is kind of cool, because then that means that it'll hold a lot of an element. If there isn't one that is close to you, you could just take some time, let this bad boy fill up a decent amount, and then use this closer home to your base for things that you might be doing, which is extremely nice. I don't think it'll capture everything. And actually, just to double check on this, yep, it can store more elements, and it's compatible with all instruments. Pretty straightforward. So, and as you can see, we've unlocked a bunch of stuff, including the ore purifier. So it takes ores and purifies them to create pure ores at a ration of 1 to 2. So this is our ore duplication right here. as you can see, we need a decent amount of stuff. We need some swift alloys, some gold ingots, that's pretty easy, earth crystals, pure crystals, and so on and so forth. And I think, I don't know if the crystals are shown in here, but we could hop into this. These boys are done through infusing all elements. At least the pure one is. Now, the air one is different. You just take an inert crystal to do that. And it's pretty straightforward for that. So what did we need exactly for that one specifically? We go back, we go to instruments, we go to the ore purifier. So we needed 2 pure and then 1 earth, which will be pretty easy to do. As you can see, this is pretty slow. I don't think we need to have anything in between, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think we need to have a small one hooked up to this. Now I'm a little concerned here, as that is taking a very, very long time. Now let's place that down, place this down, and we'll place this down. We'll switch this over to insert. So basically this should extract into here. But maybe it just takes a long time. Maybe that's just how it is. Or does it have to go from the top? Maybe it has to go from the top. It didn't tell me that it had to go from the top, but it does have that on there. So now I am curious. We'll try that. And we'll switch that to insert. I have no idea. Turn this one off. Just like so. I don't know if that makes a difference, because now it's taking a long time. This is going to be an extremely long episode, by the way. So, but anywho, I guess I'll just let it run. We'll figure it out. I'm not too concerned on it, but it is it's cool. It's cool that we can now have this set up. We can make things a little bit easier for us, and we can get into the ore purification, some duplication, so on and so forth. It's going to be really, really cool. A lot of cool things in store in the coming episodes, including silent tools. I believe that's what it's called. Double check that. I don't want to be mistaken on that. At silent, right? Yeah, or silent gear, not silent tools, silent gear. So definitely be excited for that. So plenty to come, guys. With that, though, we are going to wrap up the episode. I hope you did all enjoy. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below. Better yet, leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking on this series. If you are excited to see more or not. Let me know what you think on the music specifically. If you like having it back in the background. If you don't, we can always nix it out. Don't have to have it there. I mean, we've been doing fine without it up to this point. But hey, I thought a little bit of change of pace, especially based on recommendations from the community, would be kind of cool. So if you are new here, you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. I'll let you know every single time I post a new episode here on the channel. I do stream over on Twitch as well. I have it linked down below, along with the Discord. If you do want to get a little bit more involved in the community, I highly recommend checking it out. A bunch of cool people over there, and I try to hang out as much as I can when I have the time to. So guys, once again, thank you for sticking through and watching. I will catch you all in the next episode. Take it easy.